This is vjose32 back again, and this is In the Cards. Your weekly update on what is in the cards, or on the cards, in the world of playing cards. And here it is. I'll try to keep it brief. First of all, shout out to Cardmaster123100, who pretty much came up with the new title to this series. He actually came up with two suggestions. One of them was in with the cards. I decided to just go with in the cards. So, because of his great suggestion, I have decided to put his name in this month's giveaway draw. I've also decided that anyone who came up with a suggestion in last week's video is also going to be in this month's giveaway draw, and those would be Bloomus635, The130, Lil02, Brian DC Productions, JL Magic Ltd, Card Trickster, Magic Man 6043, Nike 930, and Magic Magicians 21. Congratulations to everyone, and thanks for giving me some suggestions on names for the show. Now here is what is in the cards this week. First of all, there's some new decks on Kickstarter you should know about. First of all, there is the Spider Kingdoms decks. There's two decks, the New World design, which is red and blue, and the Dark World design, which is black. And there's also a possible mystery deck if they reach $20,000, but they're only currently at $1,600, and their goal is only $10,000. So if they double their goal, they will provide a mystery deck free to everyone who helps them fund the deck. It's probably going to be USPC, but it's not 100% confirmed yet. They are looking at other card companies still. The cards, to be honest, they remind me a lot of Spider-Man. That's what I see when I look at the cards, is Spider-Man. But they've got a pretty interesting design. Another deck that's new on Kickstarter this week is Galaxy cards. These cards are different than anything you've ever seen before. You got 4 custom suits: Moon, Earth, Sun, and a ringed planet, which, wouldn't that be Saturn or something? Whatever, it's a planet with rings on it. They just call it the ringed planet. I don't believe it's USPC. They say something about a 300 GSM stock, which tells me that it might be a Brahma playing card company, which did the Archduke Ecoback decks before and has other decks coming. And that one is almost half funded. They're only looking for $5,000, which also tells me there's another key thing that tells me it's not USPC because for that much money. And then there is the Genesis, quotation marks, Aboriginal deck, which I think I mentioned last week. They do have a new back design. It no longer says Genesis in the middle, and it's no longer a one-way back design. They're pretty nice looking cards, and the whole Aboriginal theme, it's actually not Aboriginal like we would think of it like that. When I think of Aboriginal, I think of Native Canadians or Americans. It's not that at all. It's not Aboriginals from Australia. It's actually looking at like Egyptians and stuff like that, which is not really Aboriginal at all, but hopefully the Aboriginal name won't even be on the deck and they just call it Genesis, because that makes it sound better. And actually the Genesis name goes with the whole theme of, you know, Bible type stuff, I guess. It's not really a Bible deck, but it's that whole area of the world. Other Kickstarter decks right now currently shipping, or going to be shipping soon. Galvanics, which I just got in the mail yesterday. I have one in my pocket. And if you pledge for those ones, you should be getting them soon. Vortex decks, still a big delay. It's been like 2 months since they started shipping these cards, and I haven't seen mine yet. I'm so happy that I got one off the One Night Jack 2 months ago, because otherwise I'd still be waiting for mine. It's completely ridiculous. I give these cards such a good review, and I still haven't received them. And I don't know what's up with that. I mean, every other card that's come off Kickstarter has shipped out pretty fast, and this one is still ongoing and going and going and going, and then he decides to take a vacation in the middle of it. Completely ridiculous. Also, shipping right now at Blue Blood's decks. I'm still waiting for mine. Should be getting it soon, maybe this week. And also going to be shipping very, very soon the new actuators, the white edition and the black edition of the actuators. I just got my survey the other day, so they're going to be shipping soon. Also coming soon to Kickstarter, a couple of decks. One, which I have heard about on the forums, if you're Cardz.com, and Mr. Magic640 told me about again, is the Great Lazarus deck. This one, I'm not too sure about it. It doesn't look that great, but we'll see. And apparently it's coming soon to Kickstarter. Another one that's coming soon to Kickstarter apparently is the Steampunk Heroes deck. It's a steampunk themed deck with Lego figures. And apparently they have gotten permission from Lego to do these cards, so it should be pretty interesting. It's kind of like those Star Wars Lego video games and whatever, but it's a steampunk. But it's playing cards and it's steampunk themed with Lego figures, so kind of interesting. And of course I will update you once it is available on Kickstarter. As for new this week in the card shops, and the one-eyed Jack, the only thing I've seen really new is the Blue Bloods decks, but I think they were there last week. And also Ace King Playing Cards has a Blue Bloods deck as well. Nothing else really new other than that, and maybe the Blue Apollo deck. And there's a whole bunch of decks that I've been following. First of all, a brand new spanking deck is the Oriental deck. You can find out more eventually at orientaldeck.com. It's going to be sold, it's coming August 7th to Asia. I'm not exactly sure what's going to be sold, except that's going to be sold in Asia. Hopefully I'll be able to pick some up. If not, those of you in Asia, maybe you can hook me up, like the CCZZZZ. A little interesting tidbit of news as well, the Bicycle Harlequin series, which was the next one from A4 Cardz, who designed the Vortex deck. Apparently it might not be coming anymore, so keep you posted on that. Of course, there's also the new Blue Toon deck, which is coming July the 15th, that's this Friday. And with that one, 3 people that ordered those decks will be lucky winners who will get either an uncut sheet of the Blue Toon deck, a red Jerry's Nuggets deck, or a white Monarch. So make sure you get those on July the 15th. There's also talk of some white Toon decks, which were basically test decks. They look similar except they're white and not blue. And those ones are very rare, and like I said, they're just test decks, and I don't think they're going to be selling them, so we'll see what happens with that. Maybe few people will get them as a bonus as well for ordering. And I don't know exactly where you'll be able to order these cards, but hopefully you'll find out soon. Also, apparently there's some new cards at Walgreens. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before. The Playwright playing cards. Apparently there is blue. There's also red supposed to be coming. They only cost like $3. And unfortunately there's no Walgreens in Canada, so I can't get them unless they become available online somewhere, and I haven't seen it yet. But basically, they're very much like a new version, I guess, of the studs playing cards that Walgreens used to sell, except they have a Diamondback design. Also, a new possible deck from Dan and Dave, the Batik deck, whatever it's called. It was designed for Robert Graham Clothing. Don't know a whole lot about that company, and don't know if it's going to be sold by Dan and Dave or not, if it's going to be sold by Robert Graham stores or what, but I again will update you once I know more. As far as the looseness is concerned, they do have some new releases coming this month apparently, and according to the Mr. Magic640, this is not confirmed by any way, just what I heard from him, they have 13 different decks at different stages of design. So that's kind of interesting. But hopefully they don't release 13 decks in one year, because that would be completely ridiculous. Also, I mentioned last week, Dan and Dave were releasing some new decks. They did not release the V7s. Don't know when that's coming yet. Probably in a couple months still. But they did release the new Ace Fulton's Casino decks. There was 2 colors, an orange color and a brownie color. And there was also a special limited, supposedly, black version. And I did get the brick so that I could get the black deck. And also because they kind of screwed me over when I went to the website and I checked it out. The only thing that was showing was the brick. So I bought the brick, and then after I bought the brick, single decks all of a sudden appeared. So I don't know what that was about, but they kind of conned me into buying a brick. Also, a new bicycle deck coming soon, the Asura, which is very similar to the Bicycle Samurai deck, which I reviewed before. And it's probably made by the same company, and probably designed by the same guy who designed the Samurai deck and also the Carnival decks. It's pretty nice looking. It has a red back to it. And again, it's very samurai martial arts themed. And it will be available July 13th for pre-order on cardexperiment.com. I know the one-eyed Jack is also going to have it, and I'll probably just pick some up there. Also, for those of you who missed it, House of Playing Cards had a big $4 sale on Independence Day for Americans only, I believe. Actually, no, it wasn't Americans only, that was something else. But they did have that. Actually, it might have been for Americans only, I'm not sure. I don't think so, but anyways, it was a big $4 sale. Every deck was $4. So if you didn't get the chance to buy any, you might have missed out. But they always seem to have Blue Cloud at House of Playing Cards. It's a big sale, so stay tuned, there might be more coming up. Also, a couple more decks I don't think I mentioned before from Zenith Cock. Zenith Cock, if you don't know, is the guy who brought us the white and black new fan back decks from Bicycle. He now is working on a couple new decks, the so-called Project C, and they're actually metallic gold and silver diamondback B decks, which look really nice. They are black and gold or black and silver metallic inks. Some people might not like them because they're fairly standard, but I think they look really nice. No idea when they're coming yet, but probably sometime later this year. Also, there has been talk about the new decks from David Blaine, the Silver Split Spades and the White Lion Series B, might actually be coming in a set because he is holding, there's a picture of him on a motorcycle. He's holding one deck in his hands, the other one is in a box with room for a second deck. So, you might be able to get those in a set, probably signed. And again, I have no idea when the David Blaine decks are coming, but I will update you as soon as I know. And also, Cardz.com's got a new deck coming later this year, the ARM. They're the same company that produced the Tendril deck. The ARM deck is a little bit different, actually it's quite different than the Tendril deck. It's a white deck and it's got purple back. Looks pretty interesting, you can see pictures on the website, Cardz.com. And that's kind of my update. I apologize if it's a little bit long. One more little thing. The United States Playing Card Company is no longer going to be selling or allowing people to sell printing plates, which are the plates that have the card designs on them that they use to print the cards. They used to sell them at different sites like Cardz sold printing plates, and now they're not going to do it anymore, probably because of copyright reasons, and they don't want other people to get their printing secrets and whatnot. But anyways, that is what I got for this week. I hope it was a lot faster than last week's video. It's not bad. 13 minutes. I apologize again if it's a little bit long. Hopefully I'll keep it shorter next time. Try to keep it to the point. I'll stop babbling. This is In the Cards. I'll see you next week.